Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada, and Rocky Mountain Barbecue, Alberta barbecue cuisine at its best.
It's been a long time since I've been really impressed with wideouts for the Stampeders, since the Kenyon Rambo and Copeland days, things like that. But right now, Mo Price, Romby Bryant, and Marquay McDaniel, three good weapons. Don't you think they're coming together at the right time, Mo Price especially?
Well, the Mo Price is the key to all of that, because Marquay McDaniel and Romby Bryant had played all year, and they hadn't had this type of huge production. Marquay McDaniel, this was his first 100-yard game since the 2010 season, way back with Hamilton Tiger Cats. Romby Bryant hasn't had this much, deep strikes as he usually did. A couple of years ago, he had 15 touchdowns, and then every other year he seems to have a touchdown drought. The reason is because Mo Price is stretching the field for all of them. He's making it easier for them to get single coverage, get open, because he's the threat, and he's the key to that receiving core right now. 4 straight 100-yard games. I think 5 of 6 games he's got touchdowns in. He's been amazing.
Another thing about the game I want to talk about is Dave Dickenson. A lot of praise on the play calling from Dave Dickenson in that one game. Is it deserving? Is he really the guy that is really making this offense really come together?
Yeah, he had a great game plan against this team. He knew exactly what buttons to push and when to push them. And the one play call that stands out above all others is the 3rd and short, and let's go deep to Mo Price, because I saw them run that play several times in practice. I don't think it ever worked as good as it did in that game. Now, in practice, they was at the end zone because nobody tackles, so a little differently then, but that was beautifully designed and right at the right time, because they had just done a short yardage, I think 3 plays earlier. They come out in the same formation. They think, okay, it's just going to be a straight ahead run, and Price is down the field and nobody's going to catch him, when he's on his horse. That was a beautiful time, because it really struck to me anyway, it was like, they're not comfortable with this lead. They want to be aggressive still. Be aggressive. And Dave did a great job of finding those times to really be aggressive and go deep.
Okay, final topic regarding Sunday's West Final, Stamps winning 34-29, is their defense. I was so impressed with their defense, their diligent, smothering style. Almost looked like college football sometimes, where 3 or 4 tacklers on a BC line.
Yeah, and there was no turnovers in this game. And you think of all the times a great defensive performance, you can point to turnovers. They didn't get any turnovers, but they didn't need to, because every time the Lions were moving the ball down the field, they kept him short. Lions didn't have a play of more than 20 yards, and the Stamps had 4 of those. That is a huge difference in the game, and especially when they get into the scoring zone and they look like this is the area that G. Roy Simon and Arlen Bruce make their money. They didn't allow those guys to get in the end zone, and when you can keep until a minute was left, if you can keep those guys to field goals, and it was exactly like the 2008 West Final, they kept them to field goals all that game. They kept these guys to field goals, and that was a huge point in difference. Travis Lulay said afterwards, all we need is one touchdown. And instead of one of those field goals, they had a couple of 15-yarders. That's beautiful defense, because they really stepped up. As you said, they swarmed to the ball. They didn't allow first downs. They didn't allow yards after catch.
All right, great game analysis by Busby. I want to talk about maybe the biggest name on the Stamps, number 82, Nick Lewis. Let's talk about him in a second.
Yeah.